Maggi controversy in 2015. Went from market leadership to death and back again to market leadership in the shortest possible time. And I think that is tribute to the consumer confidence in Maggi. The sugar controversy was more recent. It was an unfounded allegation, but nevertheless an allegation that did hurt the fortunes of the brand. Pet care makes eminent sense, and I think its time has come. The younger generation prefers to have pets rather than to have children.
Kids.
Right. We have seriously gone about improving the nutrition profile of many of our products, and as the portfolio evolves, we will have many more new products that will be nutritionally more efficacious or centered on nutrition that we'll be launching. Our net profits are about 6 times higher. Our market capitalization is 4 times higher. Our number of shareholders is about 7 times higher. Our return on equity has gone up from about 19% to 89%. Today, 20% of my top management talent are women. Technology is meant to help mankind and not the other way around.
Hello friends, this is Deepak Mandal, Business Editor, New Indian Express, and today we have with us Mr. Suresh Narayanan. He is Chairman and Managing Director of Nestlé India. He is retiring on 31st July after being at the helm of the company for 10 years. So we'll be asking him about his journey, his big achievements, the milestones that he achieved, the challenges he faced, and of course how he sees the future for the company and the economy itself. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Thank you for talking to us. So, sir, first of all, you will be completing 10 years and you're now retiring. So, how was the journey so far?
Well, I must say, Deepak, that I've had a very satisfying journey. I've been actually working for about 44 years. So, across 3 companies, Hindustan, Unilever, Colgate and Nestle. And the last 26 years has been in Nestle. Across different geographies, different challenges. So I think I've been blessed to have a career that has been full of opportunities and challenges, but also the opportunity to be able to influence people and to influence the course of events wherever I've been. And I think to that extent, I feel quite blessed to have worked in an organization like Nestle.
Okay, so this is a 10-year journey in Nestle. What are the 3 big challenges that you faced during this tenure? Could you elaborate on that?
I came in actually on a storm. It was the Maggi controversy in 2015. So that was quite a challenge, business challenge. Then after that, the 2 other things that I would like crises I would like to mention is one, of course, was COVID, which all of us faced, and that was a big challenge, running a business during COVID and ensuring the supply lines and ensuring that the employees remained safe. And then, of course, we had the controversy around sugar in Cerelac. Yes. That was the other bit that we had to combat, and which we came out reasonably well on. So these were the amongst the many challenges, these were the 3 most.
So give us the backstory as well. Of course, you talked about the Maggi controversy. Tell us, how did you manage to get over it? How did you get the consumers confidence back in the brand?
Look, Maggi was a very strong brand, and Maggi before the controversy was a greatly loved brand by consumers. What happened was quite sudden. The testing of Maggi and the finding of the allegations of containing monosodium glutamate and of having unsustainable or very high levels of lead in the product So this was obviously something that was flying against the face of food quality and safety, which is what we pride ourselves in as a company. So one was, of course, when I came, was to reach out to the environment, to meet the authorities, to meet the regulators, to meet the people of the media, and to talk to consumers as well through the media, to assuage them on the quality of the product and the fact that we were above board in terms of food quality and safety. We did have to take the matter to court and to the Mumbai High Court, where the ban was set aside, and we were given the opportunity of retesting the products and putting them back on the shelf if they met the test standards in accredited laboratories. So it's exactly what we did, and we came back. So I think there was a lot of focus on consumer connect, consumer communication, and building back the emotions of Maggi in the lives of consumers, because that's how they saw the brand. And yes, when we came back, I think it's one of the few cases of a brand that went from market leadership to death and back again to market leadership in the shortest possible time. And I think that is tribute to the consumer confidence in Maggi. It was a painstaking process that we had to go through with all the stakeholders, employees, distributors, retailers, shareholders, right, to resurrect the brand back. And that's really what was the achievement of the team, which I'm very proud of.
The sugar controversy was more recent.
The sugar controversy was more recent, and that emanated from an NGO in Switzerland who made allegations that the recipes and the nutritional profile of products were different for developing markets and for developed countries, which we reiterated our stand very clearly that there was no differential standards, that products with added sugar and products without refined sugar were available in those countries as well, and that we were well within the standards of the FSSAI, because we are governed locally by the FSSAI standards, and the FSSAI set a standard, and we were less than 40% of that standard. So there was no, and this was in fact acknowledged by the Honorable Health Minister in Parliament. So there was no, it was an unfounded allegation, but nevertheless an allegation that did hurt the fortunes of the brand. So we came out of that as well, and we were already developing products with no refined sugar prior to the controversy. So we launched those products. We have launched now toddler products with no refined sugar, and we are on the well on the road to recovery.
Sir, talking about the food standard, food quality, nowadays we have too many social media influencers who have been saying a lot of things about packaged food, that they are unhealthy. The companies are not they are not being honest in disclosing the contents of the food. How do you deal with this situation? I mean, this people watch them and people trust them, and then I mean, is it harming the sector at such? And
look, I think there are two phenomena that is taking place. One is the innocence of ignorance, and the other is false or fake news. Both of this are affecting the rhetoric quite a bit, as I see it today. The ignorance part of it, one can understand that not everybody is a nutrition expert. But the fake news is what is more mischievous and more deliberate. And one of the things that we have done is because we are the company with the largest investment in R&D in the food space, and are a food technology, food science, and nutrition company. So we've had a site called Ask Nestle, which has been operating for some years now, where consumers can actually go and seek clarifications on the nutrition profile of our products, on recipes, on various stages of development of the family and the kind of appropriate nutrition for them. And that is our attempt in order to quell the bit of fake news that is happening. So there is a lot of half understanding of nutrition,
Okay.
and this is really going to harm the industry if it is not contained, because it's not just religion and politics that has got fake news. Nutrition probably is a close third in terms of the amount of fake news that one sees online.
Now, how do you deal with it? Have you gone to court against any influencer or anything? I mean, how?
No, I think what we do is I don't think going against an influencer is really the way out. The way out in ignorance is to accentuate the truth
Okay.
and not to vilify somebody. So it doesn't help.
Okay.
Because you go against one person, there's 20 other people who will stand against. And also we are a company that's interested in purveying the truth of nutrition. And we don't want to be seen as a company that is just going after people for the sake of showing that the might of a company lies in its capability to attack or to go after influencers. So we are using instead the power of education and the power of nutrition dissemination as being a way forward. And we have done it quite reasonably successfully. The dial has moved. Ask Nestle has many million views each year. A lot of consumers trust that site. And for me, as Nestle, that is what is important. So long as the consumer is trusting of the news that I'm giving them and that new information is useful for them, I think I rest my case.
Have these episodes ever forced you to rethink the product portfolio that you have, to bring in more organic products like many other FMCG companies are doing? Have you ever thought about?
No, I think we constantly upgrade the nutrition profile of our products. So that's something which is an ongoing exercise. In the last 5 to 6 years, we have made substantive reductions in the amount of salt, sodium, and sugar in our products and fats in our products. This is a continuous journey. The continuous journey lies in being able to bring out nutritionally strong products, but still retaining the great taste. Because I can produce for you a nutritionally strong product that is distasteful. And nobody is going to buy a product like that. So that the challenge lies in being able to give a tasty product, but with some of the nutrition profiles being changed. So we are constantly on that journey, and I think as a company we are committed to it. FSSAI a few years back had an Eat Right campaign. We were one of the signatories, and we have seriously gone about improving the nutrition profile of many of our products. And as the portfolio evolves, we will have many more new products that will be nutritionally more efficacious or centered on nutrition that we'll be launching.
Okay, so those were the challenges that we spoke of. Under your tenure, what were the 3 big achievements or milestones that your company achieved that you would like to mention?
Look, I think financially, if I were to look at it, because ultimately corporate has to deliver to the stakeholders.
Yeah.
I think I'm delighted that during the 10-year period, our turnover is 2.5 times higher. Our net profits are about 6 times higher. Our market capitalization is 4 times higher. Our number of shareholders is about 7 times higher. Our return on equity has gone up from about 19% to 89%. We have split our shares, and we have just declared a bonus issue as well, 1:1 bonus issue as well. So from all the financial matrices part of it, we've had a strong performance, right, in this environment. So that's on the financial part of it. The other part of it, which I'm very proud of, is the extent of diversity and differently abled people that we've been able to get into the organization as talent on sustainability. All our materials, I mean, we work with 100,000 farmers for milk, and we work with about 5,000 farmers for coffee and about 2,500 farmers for spices. In all of this, the coffee and the spices have been sustainably sourced. Every cup of Nescafe that you drink is got from sustainably sourced coffee, where actually the company pays extra to the farmer, to the coffee farmer, to produce these crops, because they typically are those crops where, because of organic farming, the yields could be a little bit lower, so the economic return could be a little bit lower, but that's when we compensate for that in terms of better prices.
Coming back to the diversity thing, sir. I mean, recently one of your rival FMCG company, they elevated a women as the top leadership. Do we in Nestle, do we have that kind of talent pool that one day a woman would be heading the?
Well, why not? I mean, today 20% of my top management talent are women. Some of them are, all of them are young, committed, and highly performance oriented. So who knows? One day in the future, Nestle could have its own chairman who could be a woman.
Great, great. Now, sir, talking about jobs and talent and everything, there is this fear that AI is coming and it's going to take away a lot of jobs. How is it in your sector, and how do you see the future given the advent of AI?
Look, I think one thing which I firmly believe in, and which is the core philosophy of Nestle as well. Technology is meant to help mankind and not the other way around.
Okay.
So that's the first premise on which technology is used. So technology is meant to be a tool and an aid for enhancing human progress and prosperity, not the other way around. So we are selective in our use of AI. We are setting up use cases in different aspects, in planning, in automation, in logistics, in manufacturing excellence, in different areas. Use cases for AI are being worked through. This hopefully will lead to a deployment as far as AI is concerned. And we will expand the scope of AI usage where there is a direct impact on the business in terms of either growth or productivity or cost. Right? But it will be done in a gradual fashion. There is no kind of randomized approach to it, that anything that becomes attractive for automation, we do automation. There is a roadmap to introduction of AI in particular aspects of the job, especially on things like forecasting models, demand forecasting models, supply ensuring models. That's where AI and from informative to predictive models is what we are looking at there. But it will be done in a gradual fashion.
Okay. But do you think there is a need to regulate the adoption of AI the way it is being done right?
Look, I think for me the regulation should be by the user case that is established.
Okay.
I think flimsy user cases are going to lead to rampant destruction because jobs will be destroyed. And we won't know why we have destroyed those jobs, simply because of adopting particular technologies. But I think, and protocols need to be developed, for example, on wherever we are using it in the creative process, either in the creation of communication or advertising. I think there is a lot of fears on IP protection. And those are areas that need to be addressed. But otherwise, I think technology for the benefit of mankind, I mean, if innovation management, if new product management, if complex process management can be enabled using AI, why not?
Okay, great. Now, sir, let's talk about the economy a bit. I mean, I know you have been asked this question many a time. But given the scenario that we have seen that US has become very aggressive with its trade tariff policy and everything. How do you see the things playing out, especially for say FMCG sector or consumption driven sectors?
Look, I think India, the strength of India is that it is a domestically driven economy. Almost two-thirds of our GDP is consumption. And even if we have ups and downs in consumption, consumption will remain the mainstay of the economic engine of the country. So to that extent, I think with the coming down of inflation, with some of the infrastructural growth and investments that the country is doing very strongly, with the tax reliefs that has been announced by the finance minister, there are signs that there is a revival in consumption. And I think since the export footprint of the country is relatively limited,
Okay.
a large part will be determined by domestic consumption. And in fact, using the tariff arbitrage, you could see enhanced investments coming into India because, let's face it, the 1.4 billion strong consumption market, nobody else has got in the world, which we have got. Of course, to address different product segments. But I honestly think that India is probably one of the more economically robust geographies for the future with the kind of volatility that we face all around the world.
Okay. So coming back to your product portfolio, sir. So you have recently added pet food, but you are mostly known for Maggi, chocolates, coffees. How about what can we see in future? I mean, what kind of products can we see in future in Nestlé's products?
Look, I think we have got 4 core categories on which we have had reasonable levels of penetration, but not yet fully exhausted.
Okay.
There are still opportunities for penetration in the prepared dishes portfolio, in the confectionery portfolio, in the milks and nutrition portfolio, and in the chocolates and confectionery portfolio. We have added a few businesses in order to be future growth drivers. In that, there is pet care. Pet care makes eminent sense, and I think its time has come. Okay. There are almost 25 to 30 million pets in this country, growing by about 10% per annum. The younger generation prefers to have pets rather than to have children.
Kids.
Right. And the nutrition cover, which is the proportion of complementary feeding as a proportion of the total nutrition fed to pets in this country is under 5%.
Okay.
So we still have a lot of room for complementary feeding to be done. And I think that is definitely a very promising area because Nestle is one of the top 3 players in the world on pet care. So pet care clearly is an opportunity. Nespresso, the coffee, premiumization of coffee has become a key opportunity for growth. There we see a lot of progress that we can make and that we have ourselves made in the coffee business, which has been a very strong growth performance. So Nespresso is again in premium coffees an important contributor. Nestle Health Science, where we are with a joint venture with Dr. Reddy's, the health science space and the health and wellness space is also growing very strongly in this country. And we are looking at expanding using the health science portfolio of Dr. Reddy's and Nestle in a partnership together. So I think there are pillars for growth today and there are seeds of growth tomorrow, both of which will contribute to a much larger and a more robust food and beverage company of the future.
Can we ever see Nestle in, say, cola business or something like that?
No, I think it's very clear. Nestle's vision is circumscribed by products with nutrition efficacy,
okay,
and products with where differentiation using science and technology is possible. So you will not see us in an atta chawal business.
Okay.
And neither will you see us in one of the other businesses that you mentioned.
Okay. Okay. There are companies that can be acquired by you to to add to the
Well,
group.
there are opportunities. We keep looking at them quite actively. We haven't been, and one of the if I were to call one of the disappointments of my tenure has been there has been no acquisition that has
Yeah.
been done. I've done a joint venture with Dr. Reddy's, but not done an acquisition. And but with the right dimension in terms of business, culture, and commercial fit with Nestle will definitely attract interest from the company, because the company is interested in looking at inorganic opportunities for growth.
So that was one of your regrets. Any other regrets that you have?
Well, I can say the other regret, I've developed a very strong team and developed a strong local talent.
Okay.
I wish I had been able to give more local talent opportunities.
Okay.
That's always a feeling that you have, that maybe you could have tried to leverage a couple of more leaders for the company.
Any advice to your successor, Mr. Tiwari?
Well, I think the only thing I've told him is that crisis and adversity is the only constant. It's the only constant, and to be prepared and to be agile and adaptive, and to listen to the market and the consumer very attentively and very carefully. And the company's reputation is very strong. The brands are strong. The financial position of the company is strong. The ethical dimensions of the company are strong. So it's a question of remaining close to the ground in terms of the shifting sands, and to do appropriate actions that can leverage greater growth opportunities for the company.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. Thanks for
Thank you.
answering all the questions.
Thank you.